Welcome to JMU with Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, December 9th, and Joe, there is nothing quite like drama in college football. The drama in I love the drama in the NBA. The drama in the NFL it is what it is. Baseball is barely any. College football has more drama, I think. It's a different kind of drama. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the NBA's pettiness, the free agency frenzy. Good Lord, Notre Dame fans are big mad.
Oh, big mad.
It's beautiful. I know I have a little bit of a hatred for Notre Dame. It stemmed from my childhood, into my adolescence.
Okay.
Brady Quinn may have been my most hated player in college football. A little pretty boy, pretty face. I'm so glad we smoked him in the Sugar Bowl. I can see why Notre Dame fans are mad.
Oh, well, definitely. But, going back to your hatred of Notre Dame, it is understandable. The media treats them as, America's team. And, if they're the Green Bay Packers, per se.
Or the Dallas Cowboys.
College football. Or the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. They're media darlings.
Yes.
They really are. And they've been used to being media darlings for years and years and years and years and years. Honestly, back since media started.
Yeah.
They've been around in that prevalent for that long.
Yes.
Welcome to everybody else's life, Notre Dame. Fuck you, dude. This is a big monumental moment in college football. This is huge. Notre Dame is now being actually treated like everyone else because I don't the committee is actually did what it said it would do. It wouldn't punish the teams for losing the conference championship. It said that they said that last year.
Except for BYU.
No, but I'm talking about in the Alabama situation.
I know. I'm just throwing more. It's just stirring the pot.
Yeah. Obviously, and you can throw Virginia and Duke in there too. But yes, they did not penalize Alabama for losing the. They did a little bit, but they didn't penalize them. They didn't keep them out of the playoffs for losing the championship game.
No.
I just love how now it's getting to the point where Notre Dame's almost being forced into a conference. That's kind of where it's trending towards because now that they could get away with anything because they were media darlings. They would get the benefit of the doubt and it looked like they were going to get the benefit of the doubt this time.
Yeah. They probably won't next year though because they're going to get the benefit of the doubt next year apparently because of a member diem. I don't know. Words are hard again, but I don't know how to pronounce it or whatever it is.
Memorandum?
Memorandum. I think that might be it.
Is that what you're...
But yeah, so the agreement where if they're in the top 12 next year, they automatically get a bid.
To a conference?
No, to the playoffs.
Oh, to the playoffs. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
And their schedule is pretty easy next year. So
see, that's my issue. I think it's getting to the point where do I think they should have gotten in over JMU and Tulane? Yes, but it's getting to the point where they're acting like spoiled brats.
Definitely.
So I guess for everybody who's been living under a rock, Notre Dame has refused to participate in a bowl game because they are. I'm just ad-libbing here. They are angry that they didn't get into the college playoffs.
So much so that they've declined actually playing a bowl game.
Right. Who do you think they're most mad at besides the committee? Which team do you think they're the most mad at? Is it Miami? Is it Alabama? They can't. I feel like
it definitely can't be Miami. It's because Miami beat them.
Right. But my thing was Miami was ranked over, or they were ranked over Miami. Miami jumped them without doing anything.
Yeah, but that goes to the playoff committee, not Miami.
Understand. But I would still be kind of upset at Miami. It's either, obviously the number one is probably Alabama. JMU and Tulane are up there. And then in Miami. They can't really be mad at anybody else. Because That's where I would point all of my hatred towards.
I will say this, though. I think it's more justified, although we're not seeing it, I think it's more justified that Vanderbilt should be pissed off right now that they're not in. Because if you take a look at the criteria, one of the main criterias as far as, what the playoff committee looks at in taking into account these teams, one of the top ones is obviously record and strength of schedule. If you look at Vandy's strength of schedule, 25th, Notre Dame 44th, Miami 45th. Strength of record, and this is the record of all the teams that they beat. Vandy 11th, Notre Dame 13th, Miami 14th. They beat them both in both categories. Why aren't people talking about Vandy?
Who are Vandy's 2 losses? That's Alabama and Texas. Those aren't bad losses.
They're not terrible losses.
Those aren't bad losses.
They're not Florida.
You're right. That they're not Florida. They're also not. Well, I guess Miami and Texas A&M are good for Notre Dame, but yeah, Florida.
But they have the thing is I think they have better wins than both Miami and Notre Dame.
I agree. They all 3 have the same record.
And I think that also hurt Diego Pavia's Heisman campaign as well, because them not getting into the playoffs. I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought him maybe winning the Heisman would propel them into the playoff conversation or playoffs, but
they haven't.
They haven't announced the Heisman,
right,
so because the order of events, that wouldn't be the case.
They've announced the finalists though. Let's see. It's Jeremiah Love, Mendoza,
Julian
Sayin, and Pavia.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. It's just unfortunate order of events. I like that because Vandy's kind of been on the outs, kind of an afterthought when everybody's talking about the Notre Dame's getting snubbed, blah blah blah, JMU, Tulane,
and they had their bags packed. They were ready for a 13th game.
Yeah,
they had the bags
packed.
Dude,
I love that. Clark Lee was like, "Yeah, let's get ready. We'll play a play-in game."
Yeah, just make it up on the spot,
dude. That's awesome. I would rather that than Notre Dame just poo-pooing the bowl game and being like, "No, we're not playing it." Mm-hmm. Fuck that. Fuck Notre Dame. Fuck you. Still kind of like you, Marcus Freeman, but fuck Notre Dame. That's such a pussy ass thing. Like, sure, you could have just not played your starters in the bowl game. At least play the bowl game. Mm-hmm. It's a good way to get your backups a playing time. Like, you got, like, I don't know. You get paid money too. Like, what are you? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's a very uncharacteristic Marcus Freeman move. Because Marcus Freeman usually is a stand-up guy, and I think he still is. And I don't think this is any indication, but it's just uncharacteristic of what he's done, how he's portrayed himself and presented himself in the past. How this played out, and a good bit of it could have been out of his hands. It could have been the AD.
I was about to say, I think there was a lot more that went on. It's just every single time you see Notre Dame declines bowl game, it's Marcus Freeman's face.
Yeah, it does.
That's why I said I still like Marcus Freeman a little bit, but fuck Notre Dame.
Yeah, and the more you think about it too, like the way that the athletic director has been just outspoken about this, he's already gone to war basically with the ACC. Mm-hmm. Like that's a whole nother thing. You're right. The college football landscape right now is just full of drama. It's like the Real Housewives of college football.
Yeah, it really is. It's getting more and more dramatic. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, college football has always been dramatic.
Right, correct.
It's always been dramatic.
The landscape of college football right now is just a cesspool for drama because of just all the uncertainty behind NIL, transfer portal. Just nobody knows what's going on. They've changed up the playoffs 3 times in the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Like the finals, how you determine the championship has been changed.
And I'm pretty sure you mentioned it before. It's like the Wild Wild West right now in college football.
It really is. I mean, you got to kind of hand it to Ohio State last year and this year too. They just kind of went out and did whatever the fuck they want. Like they're throwing money around like it's left and right. I mean, Michigan's trying to do the same thing. Like this, get it while the getting's good.
Yeah, I mean they went $30 million in debt last year.
Well, no, it was 20. I thought it was their roster was at $21 million.
No, the roster was at $21 million.
Gotcha.
Their program, athletic program was $30 million in debt.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, find a booster. I am happy with the committee. They broke stereotypes this year. I'm kind of back. So it started with I was out on the Heisman. For the longest time I hated the Heisman. I didn't like that it was basically the best player on the team that everybody thought was the best, or the committee thought was the best. Mm-hmm. That stereotype was broken when Jaden Daniels won the Heisman, who clearly was the best player, but was not on the best team by any means.
Yeah, but you had examples before that too. Johnny Football, Texas A&M was not the best team that year.
Right,
but he was clearly the best player. But that feeds into your argument.
I'm talking more about that. So in the 2010s to the early 20s, that's when I lost respect for the Heisman. The Heisman back in the mid 2000s, early teens, that was fine. I'm okay with that. It was that's when I started losing respect for the Heisman until Jaden Daniels. Now with this playoff committee, they kind of broke a stereotype here. That was supposed to be Notre Dame's spot. Notre Dame was supposed to be in, whether it's Miami out or Alabama out or whatever. That was Notre Dame's spot. They didn't do it. I have to say this. As excited as I am about Tulane being in, JMU and Tulane have no business being in this college football playoff. They don't. They really don't. That's why, I'm. It's another thing where I don't think there should be the conference championships. I don't think that should guarantee you getting in. I've said this time and time before. I don't think they should have conference championships. JMU is going to get blown the fuck out. Oregon's going to just destroy them, and I am excited about Tulane. I do think they're going to get beat. But because of the Ole Miss coaching situation, I do think that Tulane, I'm definitely going to bet on them 17.5 to cover. Okay. But I do like their possible chances there. But I still think Ole Miss is going to win.
I have a little bit of a different take. I like that they're in. I do. Because the thing is if you don't put them in, then you're essentially saying that this is a Power 4 playoffs, and the group of 5 just need to make their own playoffs.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, and you need to have that shining hope. I think the imperfections of college football is what makes college football or college sports in general perfect.
Completely agree.
Yes, and in that, it's one of those things that it's not going to be a perfect system. It was never a perfect system with the BCS. There was always complaints about that. It wasn't a perfect system with the 14 playoff. Hell, it wasn't even a perfect system back in the day. Half of Alabama's titles are because the AP declared them national champions, and they had 3 losses that year.
Dude, and Auburn just claimed 5 out of the blue.
Just out of the blue.
One of which was 1935, which was LSU's.
Yes, you can't tell me that's a perfect system as well.
It's never. You're right. It's never been a perfect system.
Yeah, we just blame it on they didn't have computers back then or whatever. Mm-hmm. The technology was bad. No, it never was a perfect system. I don't think it ever will be. But I think the imperfections of it is going to be is what makes it so appealing. And JMU and Tulane give a shining hope to Group of 5 teams and keeps that fan base thinking, hey, there's maybe a shot for us. No, is it going to be 2 teams from the Group of 5 every year? No, I don't think so. No. I think one year it'll be one. There might be a year that it might not be any. I mean, obviously not with the rules put in place, but there might be some changes to it. In some years, like there might not be a Group of 5 that's really that deserving of it.
Right.
But this still gives them hope that it can happen. I mean, in all other sports, we're like, yay for the underdog. Like
Cinderella, baby. You get an opportunity for a Cinderella.
Exactly. But college football, we're like, Cinderella's a bitch.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But I do also, adding to your point, actually, I do also like how the college committee is someone we can point the finger and blame.
Oh, yeah. They're the bad guys.
You need the bad guy.
They have Roger Goodell.
Yes, exactly. The NFL has Roger Goodell. The college football has the committee.
Yeah.
Which, good for them, because who the fuck knows who the committee is?
No, it's just that one guy that looks like the villain from, a bunch of Bruce Willis or, Sylvester Stallone films.
Yeah. Hans. Let's see.
Hans.
Before we get to our official preview, thank God Duke isn't in. That is one of those things where
that did scare me.
Yeah.
That did scare me.
I could have seen them being like, hey, they won their conference. And I think we would have had another Arizona State situation last year, which Scatterboo was awesome, and they ended up the Arizona State was great, but nobody wanted Duke in.
Nobody wanted Duke in.
I don't even think anybody wanted Virginia in. You just punt the ACC this year. That's it.
Yeah, they had 5 teams from the ACC, and they picked the 2 worst in the conference championship. Now, granted, Virginia you can't really say no to based off their record, but yeah, it was literally the 2 worst.
Yeah. Oh, at least put Miami in. Georgia Tech,
Pittsburgh.
Come on, Pittsburgh.
We would have been fine with that too.
Yeah. That was just thank God. All right, let's do college football preview. What we're gonna do is I was gonna do the bowl games, but the problem with the bowl games is nobody cares. The only thing
no one cares.
The only things that the bowl games are good for nowadays is for your teams, for you to watch your team play who you're gonna see next year. It's basically scouting who's gonna play next year. Watching the backups and the third strings get reps, and that's about it. Nobody, they don't really care. At least, and especially for teams like LSU, who Lane Kiffin's not coaching the game. It's gonna be Frank Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna be an accurate representation of our defensive line, first of all. Although they have been good.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an accurate representation of our offensive line, nor our quarterback. And who knows what else, because we don't know what Lane's going to do. So with that is, I just want to watch our backups. I kind of just want to see. And I kind of want to see Frank Wilson get one last win on his way out.
Yeah. No, I think at this point it's more of a vacation destination for college football fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, hey, we get to go to Houston, go check out LSU play, and go maybe visit some relatives, since Houston's actually not that far away, and probably associated. I know there's people that move to Houston all the time from this area.
The second largest city with LSU fans is Houston.
That's true. Yep, that's right. But if we had a game in Nashville, same thing.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the United States. So it's kind of becoming that. It's kind of more of a glorified Pro Bowl type of way thing.
Kind of.
You just go a destination location and just make a little vacation out of it.
It is kind of cool though, because there are those guys that are playing hard.
Yeah.
These guys they're playing for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
They're I don't know. Cam Scatterboo, for instance, he was always a really good running back. He hit the spotlight towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
especially that bowl game.
Well,
Remember
in the playoffs.
the playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
their playoff bowl game.
Yeah, but that playoff is that bowl game's a little bit different with it being the playoffs than.
Correct, but what I'm saying is like they can there's some of these players that can hit the spotlight. Like this is an opportunity for them. Yeah, that's about all I have for LSU versus Houston. Houston's an okay team on paper. We should beat them, but I mean, with the way our offense has been playing, who knows?
Yeah, no, Connor Wegman gets to play us again. He was at Texas A&M for a long time, but transferred over to Houston. Because he got hurt and lost his starting quarterback job. I mean, Houston's like a kind of middle of the pack team, quite literally. I mean, they're 53rd in offense and 52nd in defense, whereas LSU's 118th in offense and 27th in defense. So pretty bipolar, but yeah, I don't really know what to make of this. The line's -3 to start off with. If I really want to put money, I'm probably going to put money on Houston because I can't envision LSU closing out games. But
no, we can't. Yeah, I don't really care. All right, let's get to the first round of the playoffs. JMU versus Oregon. This is going to be a bloodbath. I don't see Dan Lanning and Oregon holding I think they're going to pull a Lane Kiffin or whatever and just go balls to the wall offense, and Dante Moore's going to have a fucking highlight of a game.
I like how you said pull a Lane Kiffin.
He's been on my mind.
Yeah. Especially after last episode. So this one, I actually have JMU to cover plus 21.5.
Oh, it's at 21.5 now.
21.5 is what I saw.
It was at 21.
So the money is going towards Oregon right now.
Yeah, everybody's picking Oregon,
this is my
this
is my breakdown of it. Is that I know Oregon's going to win the game, but I have this as kind of a low scoring game for me because Oregon Ducks have a good defense. They have a pretty good offense as well. James Madison is known for their defense. They are the number 2 defense behind Ohio State in the nation right now. So that is
I think that's a little.
I mean, it's skewed.
It's skewed. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time,
it's a fact.
It is a fact.
It's a fact.
So he can't deny that they're not a bad defense. But I just think with a low scoring game, with it being an under, it gives more chances of it not being as much of a disparity and maybe keeping it close.
Okay. Yeah, I like that argument. So the over-under set at 50.5.
Yeah, which I think is high. I would smash the under.
Yeah, well, that kind of goes against my theory. But, okay, you got the under in JMU plus 21.5, which I think that would be if you're betting JMU plus 21.5, the under would probably be the right move.
Exactly.
I agree with that. But I think, again, I'm going to stick with my Oregon Ducks, 21.5, and I'd have to go the over. There's no way I can go -20, a team minus 21.5 and go under 50.5.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes logical sense.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this question. Is Indiana not just a glorified JMU team?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, because Kurt Cignetti took a lot of his coaches and a lot of his players from JMU over to Indiana. Mm-hmm. And it's not that there's been that much of a high turnover rate right now for Indiana. And Indiana's the number 1 team in the nation. I'm just saying. I know people are blowing the JMU out, blowing them off. And, obviously I don't think Oregon's going to lose this game. But it's going to be the first game of the playoffs, so there's going to be some nerves there.
Yep.
I just think they'll keep it close, and JMU's strength will at least be on display, which is their defense.
I don't mind it. I'm still going to go with my initial thought. JMU minus 21, or I'm sorry, Oregon minus 21.5. I just think they got too much talent up and down. I think it might start off kind of, it might be like a one possession game at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It might be that, but I think the better team will pull off. Let's get to the next one. Alabama versus Oklahoma. This one is December 19th at 7 p.m. I have Oklahoma minus 1.5.
I do too.
Or I'm sorry, Oklahoma plus 1.5. That was the line. Sorry. Yeah, Oklahoma plus.
Yeah, I have that one.
Plus 1.5. That means Alabama's favored. This is one of those I have no idea. I'm probably, if I'm betting, I might stay away. I think Alabama wins though.
But you have Oklahoma plus 1.5.
No. I'm saying that was what I had the line at.
Gotcha.
That was what the line was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Because you know how like some sportsbook apps have different shit.
Yeah. I really wanted to say Alabama because I was listening to your advice as far as it's tough to beat a team twice in 1 year.
Yep.
But
so I also said, well, I didn't say it on the podcast, but I told all my friends, when it came to BYU versus Texas Tech, you yeet that shit into outer space and never think about it's hard to beat a team twice in 1 year.
That's true. But for this case,
in this
case, I don't know. It's just at Oklahoma on a Friday night. Probably going to be pretty cold, which is not going to be very favorable to the offense. So Oklahoma's probably going to win that battle between their defense and Alabama's offense. And then it's just a matter of, can John Mateer and them score enough points against the defense? I don't know. Alabama's just not looking good at the wrong time.
Yeah, but John Mateer hasn't looked good since his injury, which is always they've relied on their defense, which has been pulling them through. If I could just see something else out of John Mateer, I need something. I mean, it's you can't deny it. Even like on the stat sheet, I mean, not much less the eye test. Like if you watch him, he just hasn't been the same John Mateer since that injury.
Yeah, but also, I mean, Isaiah Santaga or Zantagia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is either.
Words are hard, but he's actually been really good, and I'm gonna fall. Ultimately, I'm falling back on the fact that this is home field advantage. It's gonna be a tough environment for Alabama, I think, and it's just gonna play out the same way it did last time.
Satania. I'm gonna say it's Satania. Yeah.
No, it's Satania.
Okay.
Isaiah Satania.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that. Whatever. No big deal. Yeah. No, I'll probably end up going. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's gonna be a good matchup. That's one of those. You know what? I might not bet that. I didn't. It's obviously not one of my picks, but I might just not bet it and just sit back and enjoy some nice, good old SEC college football.
Just do it old school.
Old school, yeah. Let's see. Next game, what we got? The Tulane at Ole Miss. Tulane versus Ole Miss. Brother man. I have not been so excited about a plus 17.5 spread in my entire life.
Okay.
Tulane. This is the game I'm most excited about. Yeah, because I have a little skin in it with Tulane. Although I don't like all the memes that have. Did you see all the memes talking about the first Louisiana team and the 12
team playoff? No,
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I'm glad I haven't.
It was. Ole Miss doesn't have a coach. They got who Pete Golden coaching.
They got Pete Golden coaching.
How many games has Pete Golden coached?
He hasn't won
as a head coach.
He hasn't coached any as a head coach.
Okay. Ole Miss didn't have a strong schedule. If you want to go, you want to take a trip down memory lane real quick, because I love doing this. Ole Miss, they have one good win. One good win. That is against Oklahoma. And that was when John Mateer was playing, but he was hurt. He was playing hurt. They lost to Georgia. Their other wins are LSU, Tulane, Arkansas, Kentucky, Georgia State, Washington State, South Carolina, the Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State. They're not good. They're not very good at all. Their schedule show they're. This is another revenge game with Tulane, by the way. They're not very good. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin has just, he's done a great job of masking this team and making them seem better than they are. Their schedule has not been good.
So I've got to ask you this follow-up question. Has Tulane gotten better since then?
Yes, of course. Of course they've gotten better since then.
I mean, they're a good team. I kind of agree with you. I've been kind of going back and forth, especially on the spread on this one. My problem is I kept feeling like I was betting with my heart, more so than I was actually betting with my brain.
And I'm probably doing the same thing.
Yes. Because Ole Miss still does have more talent than Tulane does. Correct.
But guess whose head coach is actually coaching their team?
John Summerall.
Yes, correct. Yeah. All right. Tulane did beat the ACC champions. I'll say that. They beat the ACC champions.
They beat Duke.
Yes, correct. They beat the ACC champions.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So just throwing that out there. They beat your alma mater. Let's see. They beat Memphis. They beat North Texas, obviously in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just X out that UTSA loss. Their only loss besides that was to Ole Miss.
Yeah, but it was a bad loss.
Whatever, dude. It was at the beginning of the season, and like you said, they gotten better.
Yeah. No, I've kind of wanted to. I do want to put Tulane. I did put Ole Miss minus 17.5 on this one. Because dude. I didn't want to depend on Ole Miss beating themselves because of the lack of coaching experience, rather than Tulane actually beating them. If that makes sense.
I look. Ole Miss is probably going to win this game. But it won't be for lack of coaching. I think Pete Golden's going to get outcoached, and I think that's what's going to keep it close.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Let's see. Last first round game, Miami, Texas A&M. This is a big one for me because you want to talk about the only team I think is more overrated than Ole Miss is Texas A&M. I'm putting the F word on them.
I think you mentioned this in the past on the past episodes as well.
Yeah, it probably.
So you're still on that train.
I'm just want to take a trip down memory lane with this. So, besides Notre Dame, their wins: UTSA, Utah State, Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, LSU. That is all within the first 8 games. Okay. Now, down the stretch, they go Missouri, at Missouri. Okay. Maybe a decent win. South Carolina, who they almost lost to. They should have lost. They should have lost to. Mm-hmm. Samford, and then they lost to Texas at the end of the season. That is a terrible schedule. That is, but like I said, aside from that Notre Dame win, that they don't really. I mean, look, LSU. I'll be the first to admit that LSU win is dog shit. That doesn't mean anything. And honestly, the Missouri win is decent. South Carolina, Stanford, Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, none of them. And they should have lost to Arkansas too.
Yeah.
So this is another one of those. The Texas A&M, man. I know I'm incredibly biased because I fucking hate them. I almost hate them as much as I hate Notre Dame and Alabama. Mm-hmm. It's like it's getting up there. It was the rivalry that we created with them being our last, like especially with the overtime wins and stuff.
Well, it was renewed because like we had a rivalry with them while we were in the same conference back in the day. I want to say it was like the Southwest Conference, and then it was renewed whenever we put them at the end of the season. We had the 7 overtime game. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we definitely hate Texas A&M.
Yeah, do not like them
for sure.
Who do you? All right, so this is my point is I think Miami plus 3.5 might be the easiest bet this weekend. Or that weekend.
Check it real quick. It might have moved real quick.
It's
3.5. Oh, is it?
Yeah, according to DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, so it moved pretty recently.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
well, maybe I don't know.
I saw it at plus 4. Still, I went Miami on this one. I mean, Texas A&M played Texas, which was the only real threat. And especially like the best defensive line that they have ever played, and their offensive line kind of got overwhelmed. And if you think it's going to get easier with Miami's defensive line, especially Ruben Bain, I got news for you, fella. Like it's not.
Nope.
So I really do think that Miami comes in, beats Texas A&M, like you said, exposes them for the frauds that they are.
Yep, I agree. Let's see. I feel like we have to talk about this seeding situation here. Was it you that was talking about it? I can't remember. That should we take a page out of the NFL's book and not penalize the number 1 seed in the nation? Was that you?
I did have this thought as far as who they play next.
Why on God's green earth would anyone want to be in Indiana's situation right now?
I wouldn't want to be.
No. Let's just say in some weird world, Tulane beats Ole Miss, and obviously Oregon beats James Madison. Tulane is the lowest seed. Mm-hmm. They're going to end up playing Georgia. Georgia's got the best draw, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think Georgia and Ohio State have the best draw.
Honestly, I would say Oregon.
Oregon? Oh, yeah.
Oregon has to play in the first round. They get a tune-up game against James Madison. Then they play Texas Tech on a neutral field.
I think you're overlooking Texas Tech, brother. I think Texas Tech is nasty.
Yeah, but if you remember last year's playoffs, the teams that played in the first week, in the first round, played phenomenal. A lot of times won the second games. Now, granted, the seeding was a little bit different because it was conference champions, but at the same time...
Also, Ohio State did end up winning the whole thing.
Yeah, they played in the first round.
So
they got that tune-up game.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen that with NFL as well, like the wild card. Like sometimes, like those wild cards just are a tune-up game. We see it in March Madness. Sometimes, like the play-in games is a tune-up game. There is something.
UCLA did that a couple of years ago. They were the 11th seed. Mm-hmm. They came in and just curb stomped a bunch of people.
Exactly. So like there is something to be said about a tune-up game before, and if you get like an easy one, like a group of 5 team, it may just be enough to actually propel you, through the next game.
But my point was, I think if Indiana definitely. I mean, that Big Ten championship game was wild. Hats off to Indiana. They beat the best team in the nation. They are the best team. They are the undisputed number 1 team. They shouldn't be penalized. They're being penalized for being the number 1 team. Which makes no sense. They should have their pick of the litter whenever it comes to not pick of the litter, but they should be playing the lowest seed come into next round.
It's the most fair.
Yeah, and I just so it's yeah. That's my only qualm with this. I don't think the bracket should be set. I think they should take a page out of the NFL's playbook there.
Yeah, but if you've actually been on Google lately, Kirk Cignetti wins. Mm-hmm. I mean, just Google him.
Oh yeah, he wins. I'll Google him later. I'll Google him. I'll Google his record. What's his record this year? Oh wait, 13-0. Yeah. Well, Georgia. I think Georgia's gonna. I don't know. I gotta think about it a little more. It's just I do think Georgia got the best draw because like either they play Tulane or they play a head coachless Ole Miss team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they're on fire right now. I just think Indiana's gonna have to play a Alabama or Oklahoma team. Texas Tech is probably gonna play Ohio State, and I don't know. Ohio State versus Miami, throwing it back to 2002 would be kind of cool.
That would be good.
That would be cool as long as Texas A&M loses. But let's see. Anyways, do you want to get to our official picks?
Yeah, let's go into that.
Do we? Did you just want to do our picks for the college football playoffs?
I kind of had my picks for the college football playoffs.
All right. So let's go with that then. I had Oregon over JMU. Minus 21 and a half.
I had JMU plus 21.5.
Okay. If I had to go ahead and pick, I'm gonna pick Alabama. Yeah, I'll pick Alabama minus 1.5. Fuck
yeah,
it. They're gonna be pissed.
Because that's what you said. So Oklahoma plus 1.5 for me.
Alabama minus 1.5. Yep. Let's see. I got Tulane plus 17.5.
Damn, I'm so like back and forth on this one. I literally have on one sheet I have minus 17.5, and then the other one I have Tulane actually winning it. Let me go Tulane.
Tulane. All right, good deal. We got JMO there.
Yep.
And then
JMO special.
And then we got the JMO on Miami.
Yep.
Miami plus 3.5. It is now. I love it. Who do you think is gonna win in Army Navy? That's good. That's our game this weekend.
Yep, this is the game this weekend. Always a classic. You definitely have to tune in and watch it, just because of the tradition. I've got Navy winning it, but I've got +6 on Army.
What? Oh no, I got Navy -6. And the Army lost to Tarleton State. Who the fuck is Tarleton State? Do you know who Tarleton State is?
It's a rivalry game.
What? Tarleton State?
All records are off. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you've done.
Tarleton State. Navy's beaten South Florida and Memphis. They've lost to North Texas and Notre Dame, two good teams. Army lost to Tarleton State.
Plus, if you saw the over/under for this, it's I think 39.5 or like 40.
Wait, that's a high over/under for this game.
A 39? That's a low.
For this game?
I mean, it's low in general.
Oh, in general, yeah. Not for this game. This game's always low scoring.
I mean, it typically is, but
yeah. I'm guessing you're going over, huh?
No, I'm going under because that's why I'm taking +6.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll go -6 and under.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Navy guy here. I guess you can call me gay or whatever. I don't know. Everybody thinks the Navy's gay, from what I hear. Let's see. Let's get to NFL recap. Saints vs. Bucks. Tyler shook. I mean, I was shook watching him.
I was wondering why you were mispronouncing his last name.
Whatever.
But that was good. It was good play on words.
Tyler shook. Dude, that run was incredible. Yeah, a 35-yard touchdown run? He's got some fucking wheels, man. He was cooking.
Tyler Vick,
baby. Oh, white chocolate. White Vic. Defense looked so good. I love our defense, dude. All right. Most of the time, when I hear complaining about the Saints, it's always from bitter Saints fans. So I can't really go off of that. I think the Saints defense has fired me up. Like almost every single game, they come to play. Yeah, they make mistakes. The Saints aren't good. They're gonna make mistakes. But good Lord, man, they love to fucking hit. And Alontae Taylor's gonna get a random interception out of nowhere. And Demario Davis is gonna punch people in the mouth. Chase Young even looked fucking awesome.
Yeah,
he was entertaining to watch. Obviously, Cam Jordan's gonna do Cam Jordan things. Oh man, it's the defense is so much fun. That's why I show up. And that's why I love... Look, and I said this at the beginning of the season. We can bring up the tape. What I wanted to see from this Saints team, I knew we were not going to be good. What I wanted to see from this Saints team was improvement. And I wanted to see down the stretch us win a game we weren't supposed to win. This was a game we weren't supposed to win. I want to see it. I want to see another game we're not supposed to win. I want to this is what I wanted to see down the stretch, which is this. I think we can kind of say this is down the stretch, maybe not quite because we're not at the final quarter of the season, but this is something I wanted to see. This is something I wanted to see from Kellen Moore, from the Saints. They haven't stopped fighting. They haven't stopped. They still, and honestly, Devin Neal looked great.
Yep.
Devin Neal he's a promising looking rookie. I loved it. I actually, this was a game I very, very thoroughly enjoyed watching, even though it fucked us in the draft.
Yeah. And the big point that you said there was down the stretch, because especially with a record like this, I mean, only winning 2 games before this, there is a lot of reasons why players could quit on a coach. And if you even saw, the locker room footage afterwards, the team's still rallying around Kellen Moore.
Yep.
And I've gone through debates with quite a few Saints fans about this, and they all want to be like, oh no, we should have lost this game for the number 1 pick. We should have lost this game for the number 1 pick. I'm like, no, instill the culture right now. I don't care about a number 1 pick. I'm not looking for a quarterback because we spent one on. I mean, I've said my rambles and everything about spending a quarterback or a pick on a quarterback for the 2nd round last year. There's a lot more problems than the quarterback. If you want to pick one up on a later round that you think is going to be a good prospect that falls a little bit further than you want, okay, I'm fine with that this year, just to experiment. I wouldn't necessarily do it if I was in the GM's shoes, Mickey Loomis's shoes, but, do your thing.
Mickey Loomis is a wild card. Yeah. Whatever.
But anyways, point being is I want a culture instilled.
And this was a culture win.
Yes. And that means playing throughout the entire season, full throttle, and trying to win games.
Yeah. I mean, hell, we could be the Jets. I think they've completely given up. As crazy as it is, the Titans and the Cleveland Browns are both kind of fighting. But yeah, no, I like the fact that we're 3-10 or 3 3
or 3-8, 3-10, no 3-10,
I think we're 3-10 and we're still fighting. Another thing. This is a weird thing, but we still can win the division.
Stop. No,
we're out. We're out.
No.
Oh, I thought we could.
Fake news.
Yeah, no, because if
no, we're out of the playoffs. We're eliminated.
No, if we went out, we're 7-10.
No, we're eliminated from the playoffs.
Wait, but hold on. If we went out, we're 7-10.
That's what the EVE stands for.
I know, but hold on. Why does it say that?
Because we're eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, but if Carolina and the Bucks lose out, they're all 7-10. We would win the.
If we win the division, that doesn't mean we're eliminated from the playoffs.
What?
We can't be eliminated from
I understand.
the playoffs.
No, I understand that, but I don't understand why. What I'm asking is why.
I don't know why.
Okay, all right.
I don't know why.
So I'm guessing even if we win all the rest of our games in Tampa and Carolina lose, Tampa and Carolina play each other. That's why. Never mind. All right. Well, that ended that.
That explains it.
Yeah. So so Tampa Bay and Carolina play each other. One of them has to win. The only way my theory would have worked is if both of them won out. I didn't know these.
I actually had that same scenario with a fantasy playoff situation. I was in fear that if I lost my game and the other two behind me actually won their game, I would be out of the playoffs, but they were playing each
They
other.
played each other.
Yeah. And like the sleeper app didn't actually guarantee me the playoff spot, which is what gave me that fear. I was like,
Right.
wait, why am I not guaranteed a playoff spot? And then I looked into it, and it's like, oh, they're not registering that they're playing each other.
Right.
They just registered if both of them win and you lose, then you're out.
Or maybe, what if they tied? If they tied, maybe you were out.
I didn't think about that one. Damn.
Yeah.
You saved me a lot of stress
if you-
because I would have been stressing about that. I mean, chances of tying with 2 decimal points,
They're slim to none.
they're slim to none.
But it happened.
We had it happen.
Yeah,
in
our
league.
fantasy league had a tie, a fucking tie with the 2 decimal places.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. Never seen it. Yeah. So good job, Saints. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, baby, let's go. I want to get to a couple other NFL games. We're gonna obviously focus more on the NFL as it gets closer and closer to playoffs. But the Bengals versus Bills, what a meltdown! Jesus Christ, man! It's like the Bengals can't catch a break. I feel bad for Bengals fans. And I consider myself an honorary one. But
Yeah.
I feel bad for it. It was just they really needed that win. They're still not out of they still can win the division technically, I think. Let me check now cuz
If I remember correctly, I think it's about a
they can still win the division.
yeah.
Um
They're not technically fully out. I think it's like a 5 to 12% chance.
right. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But it would be cool if it did. But yeah, this was a great game. It was a snow game. Joe Burrow looked awesome. I mean, if he just kept that, if he could just stay healthy, that would be I think the Bengals would be leading the AFC North easily.
Yeah. Besides those 2 costly turnovers, I mean, one of them was a knockdown from a defensive lineman. I mean,
Yeah.
that's tough. But the other one, it seemed like it kind of slipped out of his hand. Like he was going to do an immediate throw, but didn't realize the defender was going to cut it off like that. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, no, that's funny. It's kind of ironic as far as the way that you labeled that as a meltdown during the snow game.
Yeah. Exactly. Congratulations to the Bills. It was also the Cincinnati defense kind of sucked too. Speaking of the AFC North, Ravens versus Steelers. This is my favorite Mike Tomlin win of all time. This is the most Mike Tomlin wins. I think this is the most Steelers season of any Steelers season in Steelers history.
That was definitely the best way to put it. The most Mike Tomlin win of all times.
Oh yeah, dude, this is I don't know how else to describe this Steelers season except it's just classic. This is a classic Steelers season. Mike Tomlin's doing just enough to keep his job. They're probably going to make the playoffs and lose in the first round.
Aaron Rodgers even brought discount double check back.
He did bring discount double check back. I saw that. That was great. That was a blast from the past. Weird. Was that his first touchdown he's scored all season?
As far as running goes?
Well, yeah, not passing.
Like a rushing touchdown?
It has to have been because if he waited that long to bring back discount double check, it had to have been his first rushing touchdown.
He might have just matured, throughout the years.
Or immatured.
Oh, is that what it's called?
He went back down.
Oh, well, no, I'm just saying as far as changing his touchdown routine and such, but
yeah, it's such a Steelers win. I love it. I think Steelers fans they're obviously going to always be happy when they beat the Ravens, but some part of them deep down inside was just fuck.
That was his first rushing touchdown of the season.
All right, yeah, so there you go.
Wow.
He got an opportunity to do discount double check. He's been waiting for it.
Bro, you can tell when you're old, like the amount of carries that you do in a game. One carry. He did get 4 during New England, 3 carries.
That was probably to kneel down.
Could be.
Those are definitely kneel downs.
They don't count as sacks?
No.
Okay. 3 against Minnesota. Could be kneel downs.
Kneel
1
downs.
carry, 1 carry, 0 carries, 2 carries, 0 carries, 1 carry, 2 carries.
And he used to like to run a lot.
Oh, yeah. He had good legs.
Speaking of old dudes, how about the Colts signing Phil Rivers, old man Rivers?
Old man Rivers.
44 years old. You know, his oldest kid is the same age as Riley Leonard.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Golly.
Dude, that's crazy. He walks in, he's like, my child is as old as you.
I'm surprised his kid isn't Riley Leonard, like playing at the Colts right now.
Well, I think I think his oldest is a female, but
Oh, well, that would make a lot of sense. That's
and
why
also
it's not.
he doesn't fornicate around, so there's no bastards. There's no Phil River bastards out there. He's a man of God.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he is Riley Leonard.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. It sounded like that's where you were going with it, but I just,
It's not a Star Wars episode.
Star Wars episode. I'm confused.
Like Luke and Darth Vader.
Oh, gotcha. All right, cool. Texans versus Chiefs. The Chiefs are done. I'm officially marking the Chiefs as done.
They have a 12% chance of making the playoffs.
Okay, and I'm going back to what Josh said. The Chiefs are officially done.
Which is bad. That's a bad legacy move or dent in Patrick Mahomes' legacy.
Yep, and you know what? Here's the thing. This is our fault. We wanted the downfall of the Chiefs so bad, but what did that bring? What did it bring? It brought the Patriots back.
Jeez, Pates.
We got what we wanted, but at what cost? At what cost did we get what we wanted? Now we have the fucking MVP favorite as the quarterback for the New England Patriots, and it seems like they're poised to make another dynasty run.
Roger Goodell and the NFL writers have no creativity.
Dude, do something. Come on. I don't know. Although, here, dark horse, Jaguars. Dark horse, Jaguars. They are playing some ball right now. I like the Texans look great. They look great defensively. Mm-hmm. Like they have one of the better defenses, so they can make some noise. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, I think. They're good. The Texans are really good.
Yeah.
You want to get into our NFL picks?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, cool. Game of the week. What's your game of the week?
Game of the week, I have got Bills at Patriots.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a fantastic game.
I don't know if they flexed this or not. I think they talked about it, but it's right now a 12 o'clock game, which kind of makes sense with it being in December, being the colder months and such. But I've got -1.5 Bills on this one.
-1.5?
Which is surprising that the Bills are favored in this game.
Yeah, especially in Foxborough. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense.
It's called Superman.
I don't. Okay,
Superman.
That's why -1.5 is plus 100. Let's see. My favorite of the week is my game of the week is Lions at Rams. The Lions -5.5, or I'm sorry, the Rams -5.5.
Rams -5.5.
Yeah, I'm really high on the Rams right now. They're I think they're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, I gotta disagree. That's my dog of the week.
Ooh.
Dog of the week is the Lions. I got +5.5 on the Lions. I think they're hungry for a spot. I mean, obviously, it's going to be tough to win the division this year with Packers and Chicago. So a wild card is going to be kind of more their best bet. Mm-hmm. They're kind of hungry right now. Lions going to feast.
Let's see. Speaking of the AFC North, I got the Packers, my favorite of the week. Packers at Broncos. I got the Packers -2.5. I think the Broncos are frauds, and I think the Packers are going to expose them. There you go. That's it.
It's good points. Good points.
Yeah.
Broncos are the Texas A&M of the NFL, huh?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. That is exactly correct. Who's your favorite of the week?
My favorite of the week, I've got Titans at the 49ers.
Oh, Lord.
-12.5. It's a big spread, but coming off a bye week, they'll be well rested. I like the 49ers. I like them, and I think Titans, they've been playing good, admirably, with their interim bump.
So you think that's just going to be a shitty game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's at the 49ers.
Yeah. And the 49ers are coming off a bye. All right. They're coming off a bye. My dog of the week is I got the Ravens at Bengals. I got Bengals plus 2.5.
I don't mind it.
I'm gonna keep riding the Bengals until they're officially out. And this has nothing to do with my future I have on the Bengals winning the division. Absolutely nothing.
Not biased at all.
Nope. None. What's your dog?
I had the dog with the Lions.
Oh, that's right. Did you have another one? You did?
No, I was with the game of the week, Bills. Yeah.
Cool.
I said them all.
You got anything else on the sports world?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.